During the battle for the speakership, there were a lot of things that went down, including the former speaker ANITA Among fighting back with the blackmail. The General Secretary of PLU, DAUDI KABANDA, came out to reveal that during this battle, ANITA Among wanted to frame him so that he could look corrupt, promising him 2.5 billion for as long as he gives him her support. DAUDI KABANDA said these statements.
Yeye nyini yali ansindikira message ngalowooza nti bwana ayogera ssente nja kukkiriza era namuddamu ne mugamba which money ne mugamba even 10 billion ye kati ate nfaaki lwaki sikulaga messages omanye ebintu ebimu mbasaagala kubijjayo
omutume Kabanda mangi nga mangi in simple terms yali akutrickinga obeko owandika sente zoyagala ogwe muka trap
yaŋŋamba Dan has told me of the 3 billion but I need students to report first before I can raise at least 2.5 billion ne mugamba even 10 billion can't save
awo nga bibize nonga ne billion yo 10 tezina kyeswa kuzza
tezina kyezinza kuzza
ebili ekitundu ne wabozirese
kwegamba nga sisege nemubuuza which money message ogirabe nga mugamba which money ne mugamba even 10 billion can't save ne mugamba only prayer
ngolo bibize neze ni mukutya amani zeni mukukutya
waliwo ebintu ebimu bye mbasaagala kwogera ku muntu gwe nali beddeko naye ye kye yali agezaako kukola kwe kugezaako to lure me into a trap era bwe nazigaana I have had era alina okubeera very careful I have had nti yagamba nti tayebwa yampa 2
nga ntamongera yabyogera
yes nti tayebwa yampa 2 ye bwe yagaana okumpa
amanyi gaita mongo gamanyi
nsobola okuyambako tayebwa y'okuddamu okufuuka deputy speaker maybe ebya waliwo abaamukuba ANITA Mongo you never know naye nze messages ozirabye ne mugamba nti nze gwoga nti onjagala nnyo ate obadde omaze okugamba president tino nadde nkusaba billion 3 naga nsonyiwa.
That is DAUDI KABANDA. First of all, I want to tell you that ANITA Among is a crude politician. She didn't become the Speaker of Parliament just by favor. Okay, the favor was there, but also she's a good player. He knows how to hit the target. When he knew that it was going down, that they were taking him on for a battle of the speakership, he wanted to play his chess well so that he can become a victim. And this way, DAUDI KABANDA came out with evidence that ANITA Among was promising him, okay, 2.5 billion, which DAUDI KABANDA decided to ignore. I should tell you that ANITA Among is a mafia, so is DAUDI KABANDA. So the two mafias wanted to play each other. DAUDI KABANDA is also a street politician. You cannot just blackmail him to oblivion. He knew the chess game.
Wano yali ansindikira nga maze okuwithdrawing.
ANITA Mongo, yes.
Nangamba mbu I love you. Ne mugamba you love me? Really? Nangamba forever. If I hurt you, I'm sorry. Ne mugamba after telling Mzee that I was asking for 3 billion to take to afande MK.
ANITA Mongo yagamba my M7.
Yes.
Inti gwali omusaba 3 billion 3.
Yes.
Ozitwalira afande MK.
Yes. Yaddamu agamba ati
let people not continue mixing us. I need to have peace with my heart. I come in peace. Seza byali bigambo. Si truth.
Ne muddamu ne mugamba anyway, peace is very important. Indeed. Nangamba thank you and God bless you. Naddamu nansinkira message nangamba my son, I'm not well. I need to go to professor for treatment. My pressure is killing me. Zino ennaku z'omwezi zaali nga 18 May Ng'already ali under house arrest. Ne mugamba get a referral from Mulago and we see what to do. Ebyo nanga consultinga General MK. Referral najifuna ne mugamba I have been advised that you write to Mzee and attach this. Kati ebintu ebimu waliwo ebintu ebimu by'obatayagala kwogera nga oba ogamba omuntu omulekeremu. Naye ye kye nalaba yali tayagala ye yalowooza bambi nti nonze mukubye. First of all, I have never mu bintu byonna bye nkoledde Anita Amongo bye saagala kwogera wano, I have never asked for any coin from her. Never.
You're in camera?
Yes. Yave yagambe nti no bwe wali onyamba ku kyamabaati na wansabaze innocent. Ave yagambe nti bwe wali onyamba ku exhibition nga bagenda kunkwata wansabaze innocent.
Ku kya parliamentary exhibition.
Yave yagambe nti buli waliwo ekintu kyonna
ku kyamabaati gwe amuyambako yali agenda.
Ave yagambe.
Agamanyi ogajja wagayamba ku muntu.
Ave yagambe nti Kabanda yali ansabyeko sente wano.
He knew the chess game. Imagine if it was a different politician who's not street smart, he would fall in the trap of this Anita Amongo of 2.5 billion, and you never know, the games could change. It will look like blackmail. It is the truth. So by Daudi Kabanda jumping the snare, it shows how the battle for the speakership was so heated. I kept on saying that it is only General Kaguta Museveni who can decide the speakership because he has the state machinery. It's the reason as to why even Namere, who had come out to support Anita Amongo vehemently, was stopped immediately by the state machinery through abductions. It shows you how the police and intelligence settles politics through arrests and abductions, including even within the NRM. Because had Namere stayed on campaigning for Anita Amongo, it would embolden other members of parliament who had taken her money, because he knew the role money can play when it comes to politics. There is no any other politician who mastered the art of using money to control politicians, most especially the NRM politicians, because at a true price they can even sell their parents. It is the truth. So majority of NRM members had eaten Anita Amongo's money, including the opposition. You remember the money which was held by Kagaba, 100 million shillings. Where do you think it came from? Of course it came from the coffers of the Parliamentary Commission. So he knew the role money can play in politics. It is the reason why whenever maybe a speaker is being elected, you clearly see that almost half of the opposition voted for her. Those are such people who used to get money from her, the Kagabos. So Daudi Kabanda knew that by falling in the trap of Anita Amongo, he would come out to tell the president that they are asking for me for money so that I can be speaker. Maybe so that the president can change her mind. His mind. So that the president can change his mind. Not knowing that even Daudi Kabanda is street smart. So as the battle for the speakership was going on, Anita Amongo was also fighting for her soul, and there was no way he could do that by blackmailing the General Secretary of the PLU, Daudi Kabanda. Daudi Kabanda, in fact, continued to say that after the election, she came out and tried to buy the friendship back by sending her a message. He said these statements. That is Daudi Kabanda. He came out to say that he called him his son, that the pressure is up. So that gesture is trying to buy back the friendship. You clearly see the hypocrisy. Most members of parliament and politicians are hypocritical, most especially those who hold higher offices. The same woman who knows how to play politics. Remember when he was in FDC, he named one of his sons, Dr. Kizaresi, to an extent that he rose through the ranks to become a treasurer. He knows how to play politics. That's his background. When he came in the NRM, his school was named after the siblings of General Moses Kainerugaba and Museveni himself, the blocks. So he knew how to play politics. What I believe is, on personal conduct, Anita Amongo has a good heart by gesture, by making friends. He's a free soul. But on the administration of parliament, he got 0%. because the administration of parliament needed a sober person, a person who was not very partisan. Anita Among was partisan. To an extent that the law that was passed, I think the sovereignty bill, she went on to thank the NRM chief whip Amson Obu. In the public eye, the Speaker of Parliament should not be seen as a person who whips the NRM emotions, even if he's NRM. It's the reason why the ruling party has the Prime Minister, the head of government business, plus other deputies, like 4 of them, plus ministers, a whole cabal of 81 ministers. After having that frontier, you cannot tell me that the Speaker can come out and also whip the NRM business. Former speakers passed each and everything that was brought by the NRM. But of course, by being genius, he will give opportunity for the opposition to speak, for the leader of government business to speak, and the order of the day you preside over the house. But here is the Speaker who used to come out and also interrupt members of parliament when speaking, most especially the opposition. He would be seen weeping the opposition. And of course, that's not the reason why he was dropped, but the main reason, I think, he had gotten a lot of influence, a lot of money through dubious deals, and it threatened the would-be powers. Because Anita Among, truth be told, is not the worst thief in the NRM. There are those who have stolen trillions. The Auditor General's report came out to say that Uganda loses 11 trillion per year. I don't think Anita Among even reached 500 billion through stealing. It means that there are other people who have been stealing, but they don't have influence that can threaten General Kaguta Museveni's politics. That's why they are not touched. Of course, that's my opinion. Remains truly Mr. Makene Kaveso Raymond Margaret. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I'm motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.